after the right price.
So we just picked up these old Apple games for $5 for the whole box. There's some cool ones in here. Like these are the ones that kind of got my eye here. There's Roger Rabbit. This one, cool. Hi.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Thanks. It's still cool to find the manuals and stuff. But...
Games, games, games.
Let's see, are there any other Nintendo-related things? Is that an NES game or a? Because they did have the NES one kind of like that, but it's Apple. Okay. Just a joystick of some kind. Now what are those down there? Book of Adventure games. Alright guys, so we just asked for games again, and he brought out some boxes with some quite the potential. This is the most beautiful part. Sadly, the games are not in there, but look at that box, Out of This World, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, super awesome, great condition box. Some SNES manuals. We didn't get any SNES games, but we got his number, and he's going to be looking. And then all these big box PC games, like a lot of them, again, don't have the games inside of them. This one does, though. Super cool one. There's some Star Wars Rebel Assault, Oregon Trail, and there's that Gauntlet game. $10 we paid for these 2 boxes here, total. So, obviously that's a good deal. And then this was the first box that got us into it when we paid $5 for all that.
Yeah, super cool guy. Really.
Yeah, super nice guy. And apparently he's just got a whole bunch of this kind of stuff, so we might take a trip back out here tomorrow and see. And then these were what are the cool ones in here? I think I showed them a little bit live.
Yep.
Yeah, those 3 are really cool.
Yep.
And most of the games are in this one, so all the boxes are just incredible condition, so super cool score, and hopefully it'll pan out to be even more. Alright guys, just picked up these PS2 controllers for $2 a piece. They were both marked at $3. And I wanted to mention, when we just got all those PC games and the Super Nintendo boxes and stuff, it was $2.20 when we went to that sale. And the one with the Nintendo games and the 2 Nintendos, the Sega, the PlayStation, we also asked at that sale for the PC games and for that. And that was like $130-ish.
Yeah, $120, $130.
Around the...
So anything can happen anytime.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, be sure to ask. And actually, when we asked for video games at the Nintendo one, she was like, "Oh no, I don't have anything like that." And then she's like, "Oh, I do have an old Nintendo." And we're like, "Yeah, that's what we're looking for, you know." And then she's like, "I also have a Sega and a Game Boy and a PlayStation." We're just like, yeah, that's video games.
Yeah.
And so that was super cool to see all that stuff and get all that stuff from an ask, because a lot of times it's just a no. But and normally when I ask, I try to list off some systems and stuff, and this was a case where I could have really messed up if she didn't think of it, because if I didn't say Nintendo, PlayStation, to kind of get her brain going on what video games mean, you know, then we probably wouldn't have gotten any, but thankfully she remembered. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to be like, you have any old video games like Nintendo, PlayStation, Sega, Xbox, Game Boy, you know, and just name off as many as you can. Sometimes you'll get something if you do that, so that'll do. It is now Saturday morning. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
We got one of them balance board thingies. Or balance things.
What else did we get?
Mario Party 8.
Mario Party 8 for $3.
Yep. Marvel Superhero for $2. Lights, Camera, Pants. Actually a great game for $2. And Sonic Mega Collection also for $2. These are all
So $10 for that stack. That's our start. It's nasty and rainy again today. But we're still gonna try to get the deals.
What's this?
And that's a robot. With all the stuff. Hey guys, we just picked up a $1 wireless Force PS2 controller, but no receiver.
No receiver.
Which is heartbreaking. But those are pretty sought after if you find one with the receiver, especially.
Yep.
Then I got a nice little ping pong paddle that I can take down Alex with. Get my revenge.
He's calling him out on the channel, but he doesn't watch the videos anyway, so.
It's yawning. Yeah.
Alright guys, so it's raining right now and it's really dark, so sorry about that, but we went back to the guy's sale where we got all the Apple II games, and we got the Apple II
Yes.
itself. We got the computer, which Kraz is currently playing with. Definitely has some wear, but I think it just needs cleaning. Like, it's just like dirt and stuff that's on it and dust from being stored for 40 years.
Right.
And then it came with a Panasonic dot matrix printer and a Magnavox. It is a RGB monitor 80, and that can be used with Atari computers, and
It's not light.
it's heavy. So we got that set for $40. We actually started with the box that David's holding. He said he found more games. For $5 we got this whole box. And these games are actually pretty special, I learned as I was looking up the other ones we got. These are all Apple II games. We got Wizardry, and this one's actually complete and in there. And then this Wizardry as well. So we've got the complete set because we have the other one at home. This one is not in there, it's just the box for Prisoner 2. On this one I had the loose game at home and was hoping that, you know, we'd get the box, Transylvania. So that one's probably pretty special. Just super cool artwork. Same for this one. I have the loose game for this one at home, The Quest.
Look at that.
Yeah.
How convenient.
So I'm glad we came back. Felony. What is this also? Yeah, this is Apple II as well. And that one is all in there. Adventure in Time. I might have this one at home. It's gonna be fun going through all this stuff. This one I have at home, Caves of Olympus. You know, it's kind of like it's organized yet
There also is a bunch
unorganized at the
of little
same
disc
time.
things in here that have.
Yeah, there's these little pamphlet things that could have a disc in them, but this one just has the manual.
I think there are them right here. Yeah.
Oh, which one
like
is
little
that?
little flap. There's like 5 or 6 of them.
Okay, and then another Super Nintendo manual, Super Bomberman. This dude had really good taste in games, but he couldn't find any of the games.
This is the Serpent Star. I think it's the one that you just did. Or then the Serpent
yeah.
Star Slide 2.
Super Stars there.
Doesn't have a name on it. Might be anything. Serpent Star Slide 1.
They're like
Nothing.
written on by him. What's that one?
This is the Mask of the Sun.
The Mask of the Sun game, which is
Look at
here.
this right here.
So that we got this one. And what else? There's a
Bunch
couple
of
other
manual stuff.
High Man. How about those Sega, the Zaxxon and
Oh yeah.
oh, here's the Caves of Olympus manual.
Birth of the Phoenix. That's kind of fun.
Birth of the Phoenix. Pretty sure this is some pretty special stuff.
Pretty sure that came before Harry Potter.
I think you're wrong. Ultima. Oh man, that would, if we find the actual game for that, that would be a good one probably. I just love the artwork and all this stuff.
Pretty cool.
There's a wizardry thing, so we've got that still laying around. Like this is almost looks like a Nintendo box, but I mean with Sega written on it. But that game's not in there.
This is just weird.
Yes, I do have these games at home. They're like
yep.
the kids ones.
Super Martian Adventure. That's fun.
No, those are
Super Martian the Adventure. That's like Super Mario ripoff.
Look at that. There's a nice little.
Apple's Basics manual for the Apple II, so that would probably go with that if I sell it. Frogger 2, just the box, but again, a really cool box. More of that stuff.
Yeah, and then Mind Shadow. I don't know if that's in there.
That looks interesting.
It's got a bunch of.
And then there's just more
random
books, and
stuff in here,
see if
yeah.
we can angle it down to where.
A bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you can see there's so $5 for that entire box. Obviously, that's an incredible deal. It's gonna be fun researching all this stuff, going through it. These are one of those things where there's barely even a market on eBay because it's just so uncommon to find it anywhere. And he thinks that he's tapped out. He thinks we got everything he had.
I don't think he's telling the truth.
I think there's more. Where's the Super Nintendo games? So I told him if he finds anything, let us know. But he's a super nice guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun getting all this stuff from him and hanging out. So, yeah, if I end up selling any of this stuff before the episode comes out, I'll screenshot it and let you guys know, what I'm discovering as we go through it. Probably games. I'm gonna come around you here. Resident Evil. What's in that one?
Original trilogy.
What's in this one? We definitely want those. Let's make a stack of ones we're interested in. Those two for sure.
Where is the stack?
Oh, you have it.
You are the stack.
I'm kind of interested in that. Maybe that one. I see what's happening here. Do 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 do. Maybe that one. Fling Smash. Sounds fun. Alright guys, so you saw some of those games. There's a very random assortment of games. And we put a stat together and pretty much got them for half off. It came to 61 and we got them for 35. So starting with, let's go me, you, David. Spider-Man, Friend or Foe, that's complete for $2. Well, like $3-ish.
Toy Story 3, complete for, you guessed it, $3.
And Pirate Blast.
Spider-Man, Shattered Dimensions complete. $6-ish.
Real fishing, it's truly the angler's dream, really. It's just,
Now we got Spider-Man Web of Shadow.
Nice. Ultimate Alliance 2, about $3 complete.
this is Hot Wheels World's Best Driver for technically $1.50. You got about half off.
And Batman 2 DC Superheroes. I actually played that game. It's really great.
Those are fun ones. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer complete, $2-ish.
Didn't know they made a game out of that. Retro Classic. I've been playing 13 a lot lately because it's a good game fit. You've got 12. It's still worth quite a bit. It's complete. $1.50.
And then Resident Evil 4. Good one.
It's a great game.
For the GameCube.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, complete for $4.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon, not complete, but $3.
And we got a random GameCube case. When we opened it up, we got Sunshine and Star Wars, I believe it's 2, the original trilogy.
Nice.
For $1.50. Sunshine.
And another Star Wars 3 for $3. Complete.
And that's it. 31. Well, we ended up paying 40 altogether for all those games. Because we got a couple that were from a different person. So, even though it's still raining, we found some deals after eating lunch at Chick-fil-A. So life is good.
It is. It's a little wet.
Alright guys, so I wanted to do a close-up of these Apple II games. Definitely has ended up being a very special lot. I've got $20 all in for all of these games. So these are just boxes, but man, they're in amazing condition. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That's a box I wanted. And the manual is there as well. And then there's the Out of This World box. And then some great manuals. Super Bomberman, Mario World, ActRaiser, Super Adventure Island. He couldn't find those games, unfortunately, but I'm still very happy to have the manuals in the boxes. We got Ultima. Doesn't appear to be the original game, but we got the manual. Here's some special ones right here. Dungeon, not exactly sure how you say that, but that's Apple II. That thing sold yesterday. I listed just a few of these games. This one sold for $110. This Dark Lord sold for $80. And Realms of Darkness sold for $52. So 3 games, and we're at 190, 240 before fees, so maybe about $200 just for those 3. So it's incredible. I mean, I'm $20 all in for all this stuff, plus this stuff, and this stuff. All those games are there as well. And then here's just the ones that didn't end up being in there. Some empty boxes, extra manuals and books and stuff, and a joystick there. And then those 2 joysticks were also included. So let's go through some of these games here. Castles 2, Siege and Conquest. That's not an Apple II game though. Okay, Roger Rabbit. That's an Apple II game. And these are all in there. Garfield. There's just a software thing. And then up at the top is Classic Adventures. This one is super cool. You can see Maniac Mansion, Indiana Jones, a bunch of other cool stuff. Here's some of these kids learning games. Mixed Up Mother Goose sounds like a great time. Math Blaster Mystery. We got Where in Time, or Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Adventures in South America. Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. Alright, and here's some that don't have the box but are definitely pretty interesting. King's Quest with the manual. That's a pretty special one there. Jingle Disc. Free Fall. So these kind of just have like a little pamphlet in the game. And then Time Ship. So those ones seem pretty special. Mind Shadow. Definitely an interesting one there. The Serpent Star. Another one of those. It's got the manual and the game inside. This one I'm excited about. The Quest. Felony. Sticky Bear Reading. Caves of Olympus. So I was super happy when we went back on the second trip. He ended up finding a lot of games like this one. Like I had the case but no game, but he found another box that had more of the games. Wizardry. And I actually have all 3 wizardries, but here's Transylvania. That one's super cool. I love the box art. Penguin Software. And another wizardry. I know those ones are going to end up panning out pretty well. Silent Service. It's a cool looking one. Adventure in Time. Graphic Adventure. It's a pretty cool looking one. The Mask of the Sun. Pie Man. Birth of the Phoenix. Super Martian the Adventure. It's a cool looking one. Wizardry. The Heart of the Maelstrom. Wheel of Fortune, 2nd edition. Go to the head of the class. And early games. And then there's that Spectre. So all this stuff for 20 bucks. I'm going to be listing a lot of it today, so I wanted to get footage of everything so you guys could see it. And I will certainly put in any screenshots of the games that sell before the video comes out. And hopefully a good bit of them sell so you guys can see how it pans out. Alright, so here it is. I think it's pronounced Akalabeth. I have no idea though. World of Doom. So that's the manual. There's the game. The original 1980. In beautiful condition. And then here's the extra little pamphlet. This is actually the predecessor to Ultima, which is inside of that bag. And I'm also selling that with this game. But the story behind this is the gentleman that created Ultima, one of the first well-known RPG games. This was his first creation. He actually created it while in high school, which is incredible. Was able to sell it, make some money, but the word is there's very, very, very few of these remaining. I don't even know exactly when I found this because I checked all the live footage and all the stuff, and we didn't even find this until after I took all the videos and stuff, so this was buried somewhere in one of the boxes. But this apparently is an absolute gem. I mean, clearly with the auction, it's got 5 days left. Probably about 4 days by the time I put this video out. So, I mean, I'm just so thankful to find this game. So excited for what the auction might do. And I just wanted to share the excitement with you guys. So there's one last look.
Wow! Wow!
And I gotta say, I was extremely nervous of whether it worked or not, but I did fire it up and I can play that video here right at the end. So here's Akalabeth working on the Apple II. We're going to turn it off and eject. There it is.